segment, we will discuss investment theory. Okay, we will discuss investment theory. In the previous chapter, in short-run analysis, or in other units, of course, we saw that production possibilities are determined by two things. The first thing by technology, and the other thing by the factors of production. So, but for production to take place, it is not enough that we have the factors of production in land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurial skill, and the knowledge of how to produce. So there must also be demand for goods and services. Okay, there must be demand for goods and services that are to be produced. So this is true on a micro level as much as it is on macro level. Okay, so it's true on microeconomic level for the individual firm, but also a macro level. So to begin our discussion, we ask ourselves what determines investment. So investment, consumption and investment decisions involve allocation of resources over time. Okay, so what this means is that for consumption, okay, when you look at consumption in its sense, it gives satisfaction right away. Okay, whilst investment increases production capacity for the future, or in the future rather. Okay, so a consumer who abstains from consumption today and saves some of their income can consume more in the future. Okay, after because we are looking at the attribute of interest rate, where the money might be more in the future than it is in the present, of course, holding other things constant. So one who abstains from consumption today and saves some income can consume more in the future. So consumers who deposit savings in a bank will earn interest, like I've made mention, will earn interest on the monies that they've saved in the bank. So when the firms invest, they buy. On the other hand, when the firms invest, they buy machines. Okay, today that are used to produce more goods and services. Okay, so that is the first thing that we can talk about. So consumption and investment decisions involve allocation over time. Okay, then the second thing is that the firms finance a large portion of their investments by borrowing money, and they pay interest on their debt. Okay, so consumers who deposit savings in a bank will earn interest on them, like we have discovered. So this is what we are calling intertemporal choices. Okay, these choices are what we call intertemporal choices. Okay, at least by the economists. Okay, so that is that on that point. And interest is an important attribute, is what we can see from these points, the first and second point. So the interest rate is an important factor that determines investment, consumption, and aggregate demand. What do we mean? The interest rate we are talking about here, it's we are talking about the nominal interest rate. Okay, the interest rate in monetary terms. Okay, so as we will see, it is the real interest rate, okay, the interest rate measured in terms of good, that matters for consumptions and consumption and investment decisions. The real interest rate is what will be important for what is the interest rate that will be important for investment and consumption decisions. Okay, so let's look at nominal and interest rate. Okay, nominal and real interest rates and discounting. So in this section, we show that interest rate can be seen as an intertemporal price. So this is a price that is relevant for transactions over time. When we talk about intertemporal price, it's just the price that is relevant for transactions over time. So we explain the difference between the nominal and interest rates, and we show that in this discussion that the real interest rate is approximately equal to the nominal interest. Just a minute. So approximately equal to the real interest rate equal to the nominal interest rate minus the inflation. Okay, this is what we will see. Okay, so that's that. So for example, okay, so for example, okay, suppose that a consumer borrows, say, 1 unit of currency today, and they pay back an interest a year later. So the consumer receives one currency unit today, but must pay it back with interest next year in order to keep it. Okay, so if you want an easier way to think of this, think about this, is think of interest as the amount you will have to pay over time, over the following year, in order to get 1 unit of money today. That's how you think of it. That's how you're going to think of that. So they had a nominal interest rate. The higher the nominal interest rate, the more expensive it is to get money today. So in this case, the nominal interest rate is the price of money. Okay, yeah, that is what we're saying. So you think of it as the interest. Okay, you think of it as interest as the amount you will have to pay over the following year in order to get 1 unit of money today, and that the higher the nominal interest rate, then more expensive it is to get money today. So in this sense, the nominal interest rate is the price of what? The price of money. Okay. All right. So now, the price of money next year in terms of money today is called the discount factor. Okay, this is how we get the discount factor. We call it the discount factor. So the discount factor will tell us how to value future incomes in terms of money today. Okay, this is what it will tell us. So the price of money next year in terms of the money today, okay, is what we call the discount factor, and this is just simply 1/1 plus the nominal interest rate. Okay, 1 plus the nominal interest rate. So yeah, then here we've been told a consumer who saves and consumes tomorrow will earn interest in the meantime. Okay, so in order to compare the prices of in order to compare the prices of goods consumed in different time periods, we must somehow convert the price to the same. We must convert the price to the same. Okay, we must convert the price to the same time period. Okay, we must convert the price to the same time period. Okay, yeah. Okay, so